cards are kind of making me think that somebody else also is getting word of this or has word of the fact that like you either have this available or you're getting an opportunity for this. And it looks like whoever this is, they've also done this, but because they're showing up as a Knight of Swords and you have this Page of Swords energy, it's like there could be this energy of comparison. Like you probably have respect for whoever this is, especially with the Three of Pentacles. It's like you could see this person as being someone who is a partner to you or somebody who, like, if I'm saying this is like a business, right? If you could choose your team, you probably would want this person on your team. I imagine this person that is hearing about you getting this opportunity, it's like you would want them to be part of it, right? But there's something about you feeling like maybe because you're showing up as this Page of Swords and this person is just really good at wielding their sword, they're this, they know how to like do whatever this is and do it faster, or they got an opportunity or earlier, or it's like there's something about you comparing yourself or comparing your experience to their experience, and it's not the same. It's just that like this person had that opportunity when they had that opportunity, and it's not that they're more confident of a person because they chose to pick up the sword and wield it and they're already like doing this. It's like, no, it was what I was saying at the beginning of part one. This could have been a situation where this person, they got into this position because they had to, because they were pushed towards it, and not because they like willingly took the step and decided. You're getting the opportunity to willingly take the step and like actually go for it on your terms. This person, I want to say they didn't, but you may not know that. You may think that because this person is doing something this way and because they have all this experience at it now, or because they do it, it could be like confidently, or because they had the opportunity for this, even if this is like not somebody that like that is still doing this. It's like comparing is not going to be of any use. The only thing it's stopping is you here, because I want to say this person, yeah, they may find out that you want to do this, or they may feel like it may be something where like, yeah, eventually they're gonna know. It seems like in whatever this context is, that's the way it's showing up. But there's also something here about this person. I said something about like if they're not still doing that, about this not working for them in the past, because yeah, maybe that was just not their path. Or it could be that they just chose not to. Like it wasn't gonna work, right? There may have also been some like resistance to like leaving whatever this was behind, but I think it's because it just seems like that's normal with whatever this is. And I really like this reading because it's so much different. Like there's so much more depth to it than a year ago when I did it. Now it's like the nitty gritty here. So you could have had a whole other year, like whatever the actual thing is here, I don't have a word about, but I'm gonna try and pull some cards to see exactly what this is. Because we have this King of Cups here, because we also have the Page of Cups here, I do feel like there is another person that this has to do with. I want to say that person that I was talking about that maybe you compare yourself to, I don't think that's the person that this actual opportunity has to do with. But I do think that there is something about there is going to be an opportunity, and it's what you're wanting. It's going to make you feel really good to now sort of be in this atmosphere. But everything I was kind of talking about here about like, okay, yeah, you're being asked of this thing, or you're being extended this opportunity, whatever this is, it's like, that's that moment where in the past you could have chosen your comfort zone, right? Or you maybe were like, I can buy another year here. The High Priestess. You're not gonna be punished if you don't do whatever this is. It's just like I was saying, you have free will, right? The Five of Swords in reverse is sort of saying there's no one outside of you in this situation besides yourself that is seeing you as like a potential enemy or would become an enemy because you're making this choice. As long as it, is not directly affecting them, it's like, why would it matter what this person cares, right? Especially because this is something that has kind of kept you stagnant. And I feel like this is something that you've kind of willingly stayed stagnant with. I'm gonna ask what this is about, though. We're gonna use this deck. Saying please. Please is a magic word because it magically lets someone know that I am not just a bossy boss demanding things from the world. I am a nice person who knows that it is nice to ask for things nicely. Wow, give me more of that magic. Oops, may I please have more of that magic? This definitely is something that involves another person that you're gonna have this opportunity approach you, but it looks like this Page of Cups is you asking or approaching someone else for something. It's gonna require you to put yourself out there in some way, including others. Does anybody know of a people who got left out party that they can invite both of us to? There is probably somebody in your life who got this opportunity, didn't see it through for whatever reason. And like I was saying, you could have been comparing yourself to this. And it's like, if they didn't have it or if they couldn't, then like, why the hell would I? And it's like, does that matter? Do you want this? Is this in your path? Whoever this person is, I feel like you're sympathetic for them. It says, I try to include other people as much as I can. When someone seems lonely or left out, I remember how hard it feels to not be included. And then I make their day by being friendly. Does anyone know? It's like, this could be a friend of yours. This is a significant enough thing to where you're going to maybe be put in a position to have to choose between the comfort of someone else or somebody else's emotion versus like you actually doing something that's like on your destined path. It may also require you to ask this other person. And so, like I was saying in part one, it doesn't seem like a firm cutoff, but it may be something where you have to leave someone behind, but you may also be like asking their blessing for something. And it seems like there's this idea of it being like the most honorable way to do something without just forfeiting something is for you because someone else would potentially feel a certain way about it. So the Five of Swords in reverse is like, you are not anybody's enemy, but you also don't owe like team loyalty to someone when it has to do with with the High Priestess, with like with something that's already like, you have knowledge about this. You're supposed to be in some specific territory, but generosity. I am generous, which is sort of like having a superpower. When I give something to someone or do something nice for them, it makes them happy. That reminds me of people pleasing, especially the idea of like codependency when it comes to wanting to manage other people's emotions. I think that idea of that in general is something that's like easy to not like understand completely.